These two birds look very similar, but by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to tell them apart, even from a quick backyard sighting. Get ready, because we're starting right now. So here on the right side, we have a Cooper's hawk, and then on the left, we have the Sharp-Shinned Hawk. While their ranges overlap across most of North America, their density within that range can vary a little bit. In my experience, Cooper's hawks can be a little bit more common in suburban areas than Sharp-Shinned hawks. These birds look pretty much identical at a glance, so let's break it down on how to tell them apart. First is size and shape. The Cooper's hawk is a pretty medium-sized, about the size of a crow, maybe a little bit smaller, and the Sharp-Shinned Hawk is actually pretty small, more of the size like a jay. And so it can be kind of tough to judge size, especially while they're flying, but just keep that in mind. Sharp-Shinned Hawks are smaller than Cooper's hawks. You can also take a look at their head. The Cooper's hawks has a bigger, more blockier head compared to the more rounded head of the Sharp-Shinned Hawk. Also, the Cooper's hawk has this more like distinct black cap right here, more of like a distinct line, if you can see that, compared to the Sharp-Shinned Hawk, which it's more of a blurrier edge. If we look at their tail in flight, the Cooper's hawk has a rounded tail in flight, while the Sharp-Shinned Hawk's tail is more squared off. Birds can fan out their tails, so it's not going to always look like this, but as a rule, Sharp-Shinned Hawks have squared tails, while Cooper's hawks have rounded tails. Because Cooper's hawks are bigger birds, they're going to have thicker legs compared to the Sharp-Shinned Hawk, and they're also probably going to flap a little bit slower because they are bigger. On the Sharp-Shinned Hawk, the barring here on the stomach area here might appear a little bit finer than the Cooper's hawk, mostly just because they're smaller. So not a great way to separate them, but if you get a good picture of them, that can be a bit of a clue, if you will. And so another way to separate them in flight is the Cooper's hawk's head extends pretty far past its body compared to the Sharp-Shinned Hawk. Its head does not extend very much past its wings. So that can be a great way to separate them too. As far as range goes, the Cooper's hawk is more widespread than the Sharp-Shinned Hawk. If you've never read a range map before, the purple means that they are found there year-round. Blue means they are only found there in the non-breeding season, or in this case, the winter. And the orange means they are found there in the summer or breeding season. So as you can see, the Cooper's hawk is much more widespread than the Sharp-Shinned Hawk. Sharp-Shinned Hawk has a pretty big non-breeding range compared to the Cooper's hawk, and so that can be a good way to separate them. If you're down in the south and you see a hawk in the winter, it's probably going to be a Cooper's hawk instead of a Sharp-Shinned. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and tap the like button, as I would really appreciate it. If you like this bird versus bird format, go ahead and check out this playlist right here for the other videos that I've made.